All right, what's going on, guys? Today's video we have two heaters. We're gonna be testing out, I believe one's more than 50 and one's under 50. Not too sure. The one we have right here, it comes with a little user guide and some other stuff like that. Basic packaging. I think it also came with this little bracket here as well. I'm not too sure, but we'll check that out as well. I'm pretty sure you could hang it on a wall or something. I'm not even sure what that is for. As for this one, this is the one I'm most excited for. This is the one that I needed because it's for my home gym, which is where we're at right now. It's very cold in here and colder than last year. I didn't realize, but it is cold. It's doable, but it would be nice to work out in the heat or some amount of warmth, you know, just so I can work out even longer periods. Oh, this is it. Okay, so this is the remote for the other one. But this is what this one looks like. This one I think is more than 50, but I think it's well worth it because of how much power it actually does. So both of these are 1500 watts max capacity, and they are able to handle a lot, and they get very hot very fast, and they just really good. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this is about. So this is what it looks like. The build quality on it is amazing. You have buttons here for on and timers. This is a do not cover. It will have two foam pieces on it like this. It'll have it in the vent basically. Make sure you remove those. It'll have a sticker on the side to tell you to remove it as well. It has an on and off switch right here as well. Make sure it's in the off position before you plug it in and turn it on. It also has 4 little brackets on the back because you can wall mount these. You just basically, you loosen them and then you move it to your desired spot. And then it'll have 4 of these brackets here, and you can use these basically to hook them up, which is pretty cool. So that's good for wall mounting, and that's what I'm gonna do for my gym. I'm just gonna have this wall mounted, and then it'll have a good amount of heat. So that's that. For the first gen, we have it right here, as you can see. But look how hot it gets super fast. You have a little carbon on the back, and wow, this is warming up my hands already. I like it. I don't know if I'll keep this one in the gym and have it rotating, or if I'll have the other one. But wow, this gets warm really good. And it has an anti-tip feature, so it has a ball or something, I'm not too sure. It'll automatically shut off whenever it has that, and then it'll go back on and rotate. So it's pretty cool for that, on able to turn it on and off very quickly. It does have some sound to it, as you might have heard. Sometimes there's some just weird sounds that I don't like. This one sounds a little bit more sketchy that I don't really trust, but it does work and it does seem to do good. The build quality on this one is made out of plastic and some of that little backing on the back to make it more amplified but it's very cheap material and I don't really prefer it. I'm not even gonna test whether or not the surface of this netting is hot because I'm pretty sure it is, but we're gonna go ahead and measure how hot it would be. So it's looking like it's almost 900 hotter. We're on the second setting now. As you can see, it gets brighter too. 900, almost 1,000 degrees. Yeah, we're about close to 1,000. That's really crazy. 1,000 degrees. This thing gets hot. That's insane. So yeah, it'll definitely warm up an area very quick. The only thing is that this doesn't have like a way to get to a certain temperature for the room and then stop. It just keeps going. So, you know, that's kind of a drawback on that. For both of these models, they don't have any smart tech. They don't have any smart tech that has that implemented into it. It doesn't have. I'm going to be reviewing the Drio heater fan as well, and that one I prefer over this. But these are still pretty good options. They get really hot really fast. I'm just very skeptical when it comes to any type of space heater. You know, I don't want to catch it on fire and stuff like that. I do have chemicals in the back, you know. You don't want to have that face towards it because it'll be pretty bad. On the back, you don't feel any heat whatsoever. I could touch the back and it's not even hot at all. The front, I don't know. I'm not even going to test it. I don't want to burn my fingers, but you know, the back is good, and I know that for a fact. But it does get warm. It's really toasty. You could easily turn this off, and it'll still have some pretty much good heat. It does turn off quickly, but you still have some good heat off of it, which is nice. Very toasty. Now we're gonna go on to the wall-mounted one. So the wall-mounted one, we're gonna go ahead and get it. I think this is the one with the remote. I think I got them mixed up. So the first one didn't have a ground, which is kind of bad for safety. This one does have ground, so it's grounded, has that third prong. And that's what you need for something like this, in my opinion, just in case it short circuits or any high voltage product. Maybe these outlets don't work, I'm not too sure. There's 4 outlets right here, but none of them are working. Now straight away, I noticed that this one right here, it does have a carry handle, which is nice. So we plugged it in, let's switch it on. Okay, there we go. Now it works. So we'll see if this works. There we go. So the remote works and it has the power level on the top. I don't know if you can see that. It says P0. And then if you press the 500, it's P1, and it does get warm here. Let me go ahead and move that cable out the way. 500 watts. Let's go to 1500 real quick. Maybe not. There we go. Look at that. That gets really warm really quickly too. Like I'm toasting right now. Let's go to P3. You have to aim it on this panel on the side, but like it gets hot. Let me see, let's test this one out. Looking, hold on. We're like close to 900, I think. It's still warming up, but it's like near 900, I believe. Yeah, the results are scattered everywhere. This one gets hot really quickly, and this is 1500 watts right here. You can also do timers in 1 hour increments. It's upside down, but you know, you get the gist. 24 hours in 1 hour increments. Very nice, very warm. I like that. So it's definitely, I think it's also outdoor rated, but I'm not too sure. But you know, it's pretty cool because you can easily just use a remote. You don't have to worry about pressing the button all the time, but you can use the button in case you lose the remote. So it's cool that it has the feature on there as well. I think I might be using the oscillating version just for this setup now that I think about it. That way I don't have to mount it and stuff like that. And then I'll probably give this one away to someone that I know, but I'm not too sure. But you guys could go ahead and check it out. If you had to buy one, I would buy this one just because it just seems better. But this one that I have right here has many more people buying it. Oh, this isn't warm at all. It's like a cloth material. So maybe it makes it cold always instead of it being metal. That one is for sure is metal, so I'm pretty sure that will burn your hand off or something. Let's turn this off. It's warm. The metal on here is warm. It's not really hot, but it's warm. Yeah, so it won't really burn you, but don't touch it just in case. Some of these heaters do make them kind of safe in case like a kid were to touch it. These two heaters you can get in the link description down below if you decide to purchase, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and we out.